Welcome to Lowcountry Lowdown. I'm Lindsay Hausman. Two separate shootings over the weekend remain under investigation. On Friday, May 12th at about 11 p.m., deputies were called to Delaney Circle in Seabrook for the report of a gunshot victim. Once there, they found a 19-year-old Beaufort teen suffering from gunshot wounds. The teen was taken to Beaufort Memorial Hospital and later transferred to MUSC. While investigating, it was learned there had been a large group of people there for a party when the gunfire erupted. In addition to the gunshot victim, several vehicles were damaged by bullet impacts. Then about 30 minutes later, deputies were called to Glaze Drive in Burton for what was reported to be a drive-by shooting. A group of kids ages 9 to 14 were hanging outside in the carport when a car drove by and shot towards the home. An 11-year-old Burton child sustained a single non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Another 13-year-old was hurt during the incident. However, their injuries are not believed to be from the gunfire. Both were treated and released for their injuries. The home, as well as several vehicles, were damaged from the gunfire. Anyone with information regarding these incidents is encouraged to call Sergeant Klein. That number is 843-255-3430, or you can call Crime Stoppers of the Lowcountry at 843-554-1111 if wishing to remain anonymous. Investigators are hoping you can help them identify the car pictured. It's a silver or gray Dodge sedan with paper tags. It was involved in a road rage incident on May 6 at about 2:30 in the afternoon. Investigators say the driver, a black female, started firing at another car as it drove by in the area of Joe Frazier Road and Broad River Boulevard. Now, if you recognize this car, please call Corporal Harris at 843-255-3436 or Crime Stoppers of the Lowcountry, 843-554-1111. Three teens tried to burglarize two gas stations in Okatee at about 2:30 in the morning on Tuesday, May 16th. Deputies responded to the N-mark for an activated alarm and found it had been broken into. They also found the teens had tried to break into the Parkers next door. However, they failed to get in. About an hour later, deputies saw the teens on their bikes near Bluffton Parkway. One of the teens stopped while the other two took off. The second teen was found, and then Sergeant Toomey and K9 Nico located the third. Deputies found the teens with backpacks full of tobacco and vape products. The two teens who were responsible for the burglaries were charged and taken to DJJ. The third was released to their parent. Governor Henry McMaster proclaims this week as South Carolina Heat Safety Week. It coincides with the National Weather Service's Heat Safety Education campaign. With heat as one of the leading weather-related killers in the U.S., here's some safety tips to keep in mind. It's never safe to leave a child, vulnerable adult, or pet locked inside a car. Cars heat up quickly in the sun and within minutes can get dangerously hot inside. Should you ever find a child or pet inside an unattended vehicle, please report it immediately. You can call 911 or our non-emergency dispatch line, 843-524-2777. Now, if you plan to be outside, whether for work or recreation, always make sure you stay hydrated, take breaks out of the heat and the sun, wear light-colored clothes and sunscreen. Keep in mind, during hot and humid weather, your body's ability to cool itself is challenged in ways that you may not expect. Make sure to know the symptoms of excessive heat exposure and the appropriate responses. Well, we're less than a month away from the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. That's June 1st. Now is the time to make sure you're prepared in the event a tropical system should head our way. We've made it easy for you to find resources as they relate to preparedness and evacuation information for Beaufort County. Check out our Storm Center on our website. That's bcso.net. Have you ever been behind someone, like a truck, who's lost their load on the road, or possibly come upon a bunch of litter? Here's how you can best report that information. As always, you can call our non-emergency dispatch line, 843-524-2777. You can also call the Litterbusters hotline. Their number is 1-877-7-LITTER. It's a 24/7 hotline where you can report the location, time, and other details. You can also download the Beaufort County Connect app to report it there. Depending where the spill or litter is will depend on whether or not it's the county who cleans it up or the South Carolina Department of Transportation. Also, once our local litter control officers have the information, they can follow up and ticket if need be. Fines range from $250 to upwards of $5,000. Friday, May 19th is National Bike to Work Day. If you plan on cycling to work on Friday, we ask that you make sure you prepare before you head out. Make sure all of your equipment is working properly and you're wearing bright or reflective clothing to make sure you can be seen. Put on that helmet and plan your route accordingly. This way you know exactly what roads you'll be on, riding with the flow of traffic and obeying all street signs and signals. Saturday, May 20th is Armed Forces Day, annually held on the third Saturday of May. It's to pay tribute to the men and women who served in the United States Armed Forces. On behalf of all of us here at the Sheriff's Office, we thank all of those who have served our nation. Be sure to connect with us on all of our digital and social media platforms. Great way to stay engaged and up to speed on everything happening here at the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. And of course, if you have any questions about our digital or social media platforms, feel free to reach out. You can email me. That's lindsay.hausman@bcgov.net. Hope you found this episode of Lowcountry Lowdown beneficial and informative. We'll see you next week. Stay safe.